somebody else.
Here's my baby ass. Give me my mother baby ass.
I think it's really negative to support that kind of behavior.
Thousands of MTV viewers from around the country apply to be on The Real World. And Road Rules. After months of interviews, the applicants are narrowed down to a select group of finalists. This year, 27 finalists are brought to a secluded desert oasis and isolated for 5 days. This is the final selection. Who has what it takes? Which 13 people will actually be cast? Find out now on The Real World Road Rules Casting Special.
27 of us made it to the final round of casting calls.
This is a 1 week that we have to show everyone what we're made of.
It's like the first day of class. Everyone's all dressed up in their brand new duds, and everyone wants to be like Miss Popularity or make friends or whatever.
I wanna live in TV land. We can change the world through the TV show.
There's marinating, chilling, soaking it all in. I'm all about Mike Figueroa.
If I made it this far, which I didn't really think I was going to make it this far, they must see something in you that you don't see, and you got to believe it.
I am nervous because I am the last group to come in, so I have the least amount of time to get to know everyone else so far.
I'm nervous because everybody's going to be nice and everybody's going to be polite, but we're all going to be thinking, now, what can I do that's going to make me look better than her?
Welcome.
I'm Melissa from Real World New Orleans.
And I'm Theo from Road Rules 9, Maximum Velocity Tour.
We're going to introduce you guys to two very, very important people who may figure very largely in your future, the creators of both Real World and Road Rules.
Mary Ellis Bunham and Jonathan Murray.
Welcome to the 10th anniversary season of the Real World and Road Rules. This is the first time that we've ever gotten prospective cast members together to meet each other prior to the season. The difference this year is we've really raised the stakes, especially on Road Rules. The new rule is if you fail one mission as a team, it's okay. Every mission you fail after that, you have to vote one of your cast members off. And on The Real World, you know, we always arrange a job for you to do. This year, if you're fired from that job, you have to also leave the cast.
I think it's cool that you guys are going to be kicking people off who don't do their jobs and whatever, because you got to pull your own weight. You know what I'm saying?
So thank you for coming.
And wishing you the best of luck, every one of you.
This trip to Palm Springs is supposed to be about finding out who's on the show and who's on either one of the shows. And I think that it's because they want to see who's going to argue and who's going to screw.
I hope you're all having a good time in Palm Springs. So over the next 4 days, our 27 finalists will face 3 tests. The first, show and tell. In show and tell, they'll have to reveal something personal about themselves. Then it's on to truth or dare. And in truth or dare, they're going to actually have to answer a question that's been anonymously submitted by one of their fellow finalists. That should be interesting. And finally, they'll face the final interview, something we've done since the start of Real World. Already, it looks like it's going to be an amazing 4 days. So hopefully, with all this information, we'll have a better sense of who these people are, and we'll be able to make good decisions about who should be in the cast.
And our first show and tell person today is the lucky and the wonderful
Miss Ellen.
I'm a pretty princess. No, actually...
Ellen has such incredible energy.
She's going to cause a lot of conflict this time. No matter what show she's on.
That's absolutely right. Other girls on me, yeah.
Okay, actually, the reason why I brought this is when I was 16 years old, I tried out for, like, Varsity Palms, and I biffed up. I had a pretty bad tryout, so I didn't make it, whatever. And I was like, you know what, should try out for, you know, the local pageant, whatever. And all the girls that I didn't get along with in my high school, like, came and was, like, booing me when I'm, like, in my bathing suit and stuff. But I won anyway, so I was like, there.
Just basically, I've changed as a person through volunteer activities, and I've become a better person from it, and I just wanted to share this.
Wave your Chevy.
Be Chevy Chase. Yeah. This is my climbing shoe. It's really tight. I'm gonna put it on for you. Every time, like when you're climbing different things, people's arms aren't the same length, and people don't have the same build or whatever, so you have to figure out your own way to get up the crack. Whatever looks good for someone else isn't the same route for you.
Hi, I'm Coral. I'm from San Francisco. I'm 21. What I brought was my meditation book because people get on my damn nerves. And I need a time and a place for just myself, and I feel like alone time is very important. We all need to have alone time and spend it the best way we know how.
Brought a mirror. I'm a pretty high maintenance guy. I got a lot of cosmetics, and I like to look my best. You'll see me walk by mirrors, and I always look at them. I'm not admiring myself or checking myself out. All I'm trying to do is straighten something or make sure my earrings are doing this or make sure everything is sitting well. Because that's the only thing I really have control over. I always feel it's my appearance.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to take you over to the lobby area where your luggage is, and I'm going to give you guys maps, and you're going to put your stuff in your room and get situated, and then at 12:30 meet back in the dining patio for lunch.
First one in, first dibs.
You sure you can cut?
This is the lower. Yeah. Oh wait.
Well, how am I supposed to get into the room? No voice or lot.
I'm digging Ellen. She's staying with us. I'm digging her. I really like her a lot.
It's gonna rock. Come on, Ellen, get excited. Get pumped, baby. She hanging with the fast studs.
Yeah. I started working part-time ever since I was 14. Everything I have is things I've owned. I've worked to get for myself, and I think I deserve nothing but the best.
Play some. Mr. Player over here, huh? I'm not a player. Not a player, just crush a lot? I don't even crush. Oh, you don't even crush.
I'm really loud and obnoxious, you know, and people tend to not like me. You know, like, it's usually they start off not liking me because that's all they see, like this loud, obnoxious guy. But when they sit down and talk to me and start talking to me, then they start liking me, you know?
So taking no girlfriends, huh? I have a girlfriend, but see, but chill, because chill. How old are you? I'm 22, I'm 22, but cheating is only cheating if you get caught. Amen, I got that one.
What year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
I'm so like...
And then when I graduate, I want to go do a wilderness course and then travel from Morocco to Athens and then over to Thailand.
It was so nice for me to get away, just because my mom was very, very overprotective, and that's fine, I've grown up with it, but getting away and actually being on my own and being able to make my own decisions and not have to come home at 11:30 at night, it's been good to be myself and actually get to make decisions for myself as opposed to have them made for me constantly.
Is your dad around? You haven't mentioned anything about your dad. Is your
My
dad?
parents got divorced when I was 2, so he hasn't been around forever.
Why is it that women will always say there are no good guys out there? Guys are only going after hoes. You know,
I don't say that.
Tons of women say there are no good guys out there. Guys are always dogs. They're just going after hoes. All we ever see are hoes most of the time. Because no.
If you go to a nightclub with a big chain on and your muscle shirt with your scope on, buying drinks for everybody, walking around shaking your ice, then no, you're not going to meet any quality women. You're going to meet a bunch of hoes.
If I'm dancing by myself in a corner and this girl comes and damn near puts her ass on me and starts grabbing her ankles.
You're gonna go, oh ho, get away, you're a hoe. You're gonna go, hey,
you know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm going to use her and like throw away because she meant nothing to me.
So what does that make you?
Huh?
What does that make you?
It makes me a bad person.
Well then,
but you know
talk
what?
To yourself.
Chagonis is he's so messed up I can't even talk about it.
I know with my personality, a lot of people, when they meet me first off, really don't like me because they think it's too much.
If the guy, whatever his name's Shigloo or Shiggy or something like that, if he gets on the show, dude, it'll be crazy because he's representing black men and he's ignorant. He's got nothing to say of any substance. The next time I get in a conversation with him, it'll be a big blow up.
Do a striptease.
I don't understand, like, what gay people see.
Singing has been the only thing that I've actively worked on my whole life. So it turns out that it's kind of the only thing I can do very well.
It used to be good enough for everybody to
Actually, that's what my video was about. Like, I'm an imitator.
We didn't see it.
Who do you imitate?
Your cover song?
Like Britney.
Are you pursuing a
Did
theme?
you Britney?
You do Britney?
I want to hear a Britney song.
All right, my only request is that y'all get into it.
There is no Britney on the list.
Oh, no.
I know, I'm like broken-hearted. I don't even know which side.
Lori, what are you doing?
Respect?
Lori's really cool. She'd be the one girl who I could definitely see myself like hooking up with or dating.
Okay, so we're gonna play Truth or Dare. Now remember, these questions were all made up anonymously. That's one thing. And the dares are yours. You guys made these up. So
if you guys think they were truthful, then that's straight. If not, we're gonna have them do a dare. And we have a fishbowl right here, and they have some tragic trout in this sucker. So I'm gonna tell you that it can get funky.
Adam, your peers want to know, what sex fantasies have you had about a minority cast member here?
My dad told me, like, you know, you can date a black girl, you can just never bring her home. So I think my dad's perception has changed, and like, if I brought home a fine black girl, like Patricia, maybe? I think he would let me slide, like, and if maybe I slid into Patricia the right way, you know?
So, you guys think he was honest, forthright with the answer? Cool. Okay, Adam, you're free. When don't people get on your nerves? Because it seems like everyone does.
People don't get on my nerves when they're just themselves and they're not trying to be something extra just to be in my presence.
Trust or dust?
I
trust. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
You claim some people don't like you. Do you feel people are jealous of you, and why?
I do think people are jealous of me, and I think that stems from their insecurities about themselves, because certain aspects about myself I'm very confident in. The good things, the bad things, whatever. I know my limitations, and I think it's people who haven't figured that out, and they see my confidence, they see that as me being too brazen or whatever, full of myself, and I think that's where the jealousy stems from.
Good answer.
That was great.
I gotta comment on that. I totally believe what you're saying, but that's such like PC psychic hotline answer.
It really was.
No,
I'm not trying to hate on you, but I'm just saying, like, do you really believe that, honestly, or do you think it's something deeper than that, as to where, like, you know, the people, are they that way because of your race, or, you know, anything like that, other than the fact that they are insecure about themselves?
I'm sorry, I can wear the clothes I can wear, and I'm gonna look damn cute wearing whatever. When girls are talking about me, and they're like, oh my God, like, what is she wearing? It's like, you only wished you didn't have a big fat ass so you could wear this.
Shagoon. Yeah. Giddy. To what extent have you fantasized about a man?
I've never fantasized about being, you know, taken and having some dude with a mustache and broad shoulders wrap me up and stuff. That's never crossed my mind. But sometimes, as all straight guys wonder, you want...
Let him explain. Are you kidding?
You wonder Like, if you've ever been to, you know, got gay friends, you ever been to a gay club, and you see all these people trying to be around you, you just wonder, yo, I wonder what that side is like.
No, you don't.
Do a striptease, get into it, it better be good. Suck it.
He's all there. This is his thing.
You want to see me? Butt ass naked. Yo, I got that for you, kids. Start dancing.
Yo, I think Ellen is like straight up Barbie material, man.
Yeah, but
she really gets on my damn nerves.
And
it's not just here, it's her person. You know what kind of upset me was her indirect diss towards us bigger group of people. I'm sorry you have no ass, okay? It's not my fault because you ain't got no body.
I'm sorry, like I said my fat comment, and I don't take it back or whatever, but too bad I've already caught like girls talking about me.
Shagun, he's got aspects of his personality that I think I could deal with. Like, there's certain traits that I think I could, like, because of the person I am, I think I can, like, okay, relate to him.
I told them the honest to God truth, and they were like, no, Dad, ew, fantasize about a guy, ooh, gay, no, I never did that. I'm like, come on.
in general, I take people for the good that they have before the bad that they have. And that's like something I have to deal with. And I think she's probably, you know, like she said with the whole low self-esteem thing, she's suffering from that herself.
They want so bad to have your confidence and your beauty and your looks, and they want so bad to have my confidence and beauty and my looks, but they...
No, seriously, like...
But they don't.
Oh. I honestly think that the first people to cry is gonna be Ellen and your boy Shagun. And I think they're gonna cry for maybe two reasons. Either they're gonna realize how phony they really are, or they're gonna realize that that might be another tactic to use to, like, get attention.
Are you kidding me?
You thought the...
No, but like, no, what dude puts a lotion gloves on? What dude? Would you put your mask on?
Dude, because he cares about his cuticles and cares about the way his hands look. But you know what? That makes me unique.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
From other different guys.
Like, you're a dude. You're supposed to be masculine, you know?
If it's feminine, I can deal with it. I can carry it on.
Find it feminine, though.
It's not feminine to me because it makes me feel pretty, dude.
Kiss my baby ass. Give me my mother's baby ass.
I think it's really negative to...
The rules have changed. Road Rules 10, The Quest. Premieres Monday, July 9th at 10.
God, I feel like they're in here already. I know, right?
I leave the room and you're all sitting around like, damn. Lori Spells. I'm like, has this been me forever?
How you doing, girl?
This striptease for me in the water.
I thought they'd have like 4 dudes that are just like me, you know, and that's who I'd be competing against and stuff like that. But then I looked around and I was like, these people are all different.
Dad, how much more longer are you gonna take in the shower?
Dude, I like taking long showers.
Come on, dude, you don't have that much to wash. Yo, there's no more hot water.
Like 30 minutes, just pripping. Like,
Boy, you're worse than Shagun.
There's just one ball that got hit to me, so I'm running. I run past the ball. Even though I was a kid, I run past the ball. It hits me in the head.
I think I would have turned out a lot different if I didn't play sports.
How so?
Because I would have gotten in more trouble, I know that much.
So then finally I had to lay out and catch it, and I caught it. But I had a big red softball mark right in my head because I was so nervous.
Do you still play?
After I left college, no, not anymore. Anytime you want me to go play something, I will be there.
I think I'm the boy my dad never had.
I love playing basketball. I like playing against the guys, and I like when they actually start guarding me because I'm like, I will swat your stuff. If you don't swat me, I will swat you and embarrass you because it's a girl who did it and everything.
Hey, what's up? We're back, and we're going to do some more show and tell.
My coach, my little sister's 12-year-old soccer team. It's like 12 and 13-year-old girls soccer.
He's got a great backstory. It was just he and his mom, and they had really no money. And he actually started out life in a cardboard box because they didn't have enough money for a crib.
Have to get up at 5 in the morning on Saturdays and Sundays a lot of times, drive an hour and carpool. And I honestly will say it's probably one of the greatest things I've ever done.
My dad, as a hobby of his, he makes pins, like really makes them. And he made me this one.
This is my dog tag. Just in case, I don't know, I die and they find this.
I wasn't black enough for the black kids. I wasn't white enough for the white kids. And I'm just sitting here like, what do I need to do? I went through this phase of where I was just like, I'm not dealing with the black kids, I'm gonna hang with the white kids. And I sat there and I was just like, we had nothing in common. I lived in the ghetto.
The picture is actually a picture that was taken at my first group interview in Oakland.
This is my Play-Doh, our silly putty. I think it represents me because I've had to be so many different things in my life. And the reason for that is because my father actually died when I was 5. And I have a younger brother and younger sister, and I've had to like be so many different things for them. If you ever smash it onto the newspaper, it picks up so many different things, and you know, you can just mush it in, and that's how I feel I am.
These are my dancing shoes. Check them. Don't hate, congratulate.
Okay, Stella is such great energy, isn't she?
Energy, attitude. I mean, she will say what's on her mind.
I love to dance. I love to dance. I express myself best when I'm dancing. And it's not just bumping and grinding, even though I can do it. And it's not the foxtrot, but I can do that too. But it's salsa. Salsa is like my heart and soul.
It's like a whole nother level of living. You're there, you're dancing, and you're in this like embrace with the music where you're just flowing and your heart is out there and your passion is being expressed to everyone out there.
This is my teddy bear, and he's named Teddy, you know. I know it's not original, but when I was 4, you know, it was the coolest name I could think of. Experience, 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 you know. Everything, everything. Anything that I can do and get my hands on, I'm gonna try to do it, you know. And in a way, like in that naughty child thing, it is like kind of going against my parents' best wishes, and everybody wants to do that, you know. Anyway, when I was 4 years old, I got burned all on the side of my face, all on my neck, and all right here on this side of my body, and all down my arm. And I still have a scar right here. When I got burnt, my dad brought this to the hospital, and it had bandages all over where I was burnt. Like all on the side, it had bandages and stuff, so. It took me like years and years and years before it finally hit me that like nobody likes me for what I look like, but people like me for who I am. You know, so like any time in life that like I start to doubt myself because of the way somebody perceives me physically, I just have to look at this and realize that, you know, that's not what it's about. Like, people like me for who I am.
What's up? I'm Mike from Parma, Ohio, and I brought my video camera. Like anything I do, I just try to get it on videotape because I want to look back on all my memories, like when I'm 90 years old, look back on my life and say, you know, I lived my life the best I possibly could have.
What's the funniest thing you've ever recorded?
Funniest thing?
What's the most memorable? Like, what's something
Most
you were like, hey, watch this
memorable?
Talk about that on Twitter.
All right. Well, I'm what's called a little, I like to get a little kinky in bed.
Wow.
And so, I had this video camera on my TV, right? And it was just sitting there. And I was in bed with a girl, and I was looking at her. And, you know, I'm thinking like, I'm gonna get this on videotape. And so I'm like, what do you think about the videotape? She's all like, I don't know, you know. I mean, what happens if it gets out, you know? And I'm just thinking, I'm like, does it really matter? I mean, who cares, you know? It's just a videotape. So after a little persuasive act, yeah, she rode me for a while. So that was my little, that's my most memorable moment on this video camera. Any other questions?
I was actually speaking in terms of your sisters, her being gay, and how your mother views that, if that's changed your view on homosexuality and where you stand with all of that.
I don't, if it's changed it, yeah, it's definitely changed it. With 2 girls, I was always like, all right, great, you know, but I don't see it that way now. That's not a turn on, it's not an attraction, and actually it almost like disgusts me. So, I mean, there's no way I can go from liking it to totally disliking it without saying that obviously has had a huge effect on the way I view it.
So do you think you'd be morally opposed to a cast member who also was gay, or do you think it would just more because his sister?
Did you sense that vibe? Like how me and Patrice are flirting with you and stuff, and she was like her jokes weren't jokes like, oh, you know, you and Angel. She was like, so you and Angel, you know?
I was immediately drawn to Angel. He's got that really cute smile, and I don't know, he's kind of got like that Ricky Martin look in a way. So he's cute.
She's also, I see people already stake their claim on you. I was like, ain't nobody got no claim on me. I'm just, you know.
Exactly. It's like, we're all here having fun. I mean, I don't know what she's here for.
I'm a female version of what a guy is. I don't look at them like, oh, that's gonna be my boyfriend. No, I look for the challenge, yes.
I mean, the way I am about it, I'm cool with it.
You cool with it?
Yeah.
I have a pimp platinum card.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. What about you?
We survived each other's heat. How a kiss is sweet. But first she moves. Oh.
Was that a dare?
No, that wasn't a dare.
No,
I'll let you know when it's a dare.
Oh, okay.
All right. She's a cutie. You know, she's a good kisser. She got the tongue ring. I can only imagine. You know.
I figured there'd be 2 people, at least one guy and one girl, that'd be straight up like, I'm gay, here I am, let's talk about it. But I don't know if he's here. I don't know if there is one. He hasn't came out yet or something. Yeah, if there's one, he didn't come out. Exactly, he didn't come out yet.
There's a couple lesbians. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking, dude.
I haven't seen one yet.
A lesbian? Well, the problem is that they're not wearing the stamp across the head like they usually do.
Who's on today?
But if you give her a chance and talk to her, she becomes herself. I think she's got this front thing going on for a little while, but my role fluctuates. Sometimes I'm the one that people come to get advice from. Sometimes I'm the one that's the peacemaker. Sometimes I'm the one that's the instigator.
Coral told me that Shagun had said, oh, Angel hates Hasela.
What? Oh, really? I don't know what you're mad at. What's going on? I have a good memory, and I know what I just listened to him, and he was contradicting himself. He said all this weird stuff all the time, and
I'm guessing that the story went like this. Angel confided in him that it was too soon, he had regrets for kissing me, and Shagun twisted the words around and made it out to Angel hates me.
If what Shagun said to me had any validity whatsoever, I didn't want Isela hanging on this guy looking stupid the whole time.
Did you say you hated me?
No, never. Never did I say I don't like you.
So where's your boy getting this from?
I have no idea. I don't know. Shagun, come here.
Just turn around and ask him.
Because I don't like him, and I don't want to talk to him, and I don't respect him, and I don't talk to people I don't respect. That's why.
I heard this rumor that you'd never actually seen a penis.
All right. Which female finalist would you not sleep with?
I went up to Blair. Did you say you hated me?
No, never did I say I don't like you.
So where's your boy getting this from?
I have no idea. I don't know. Shagun,
what's the question?
Why did you lie?
Well, I didn't lie. Right now in front of Angel, I would say this, right now in front of Angel.
My question is, why are you telling Coral that he told me he hates Hasela? That's the question. There's nothing else on the floor right now.
Me and Coral were having a moment, and honestly, with your attitude...
You're lying.
You're screaming. What are you screaming about?
Because you're so hard-headed, I think I gotta
cream so it'll get in there, so you can, like, get a little bit of it.
What are you trying to say?
That you're lying. Admit that you're lying. Admit that you told Coral that Angel told you he hated
No,
me.
I said Angel probably hates her.
No, you said Angel hates Gisela.
Angel hates Gisela.
That's what you said.
Now,
anything you say, I ain't gonna believe you any mother.
It don't matter. Bounce off.
Stupid ass. Shut up. You just mad because you're a liar.
All I'm gonna say to is this: please don't put words in my mouth.
And you know what? Honestly,
and don't assume that I don't, because you know Istella's cool.
Why are you mad? There's no.
I'm so mad.
Why are you mad? Are you mad at him for what he said to you?
Yes, I'm mad at him.
What did he say?
He pissed me off so bad, and I feel bad that I like stepped down to his level, but I felt good cussing him out.
My mom is gonna joke me so bad. Your mom's not gonna joke you. Your mom is gonna go, I have a beautiful daughter that has feelings, and I must have raised her right for her to be able to get so pissed off that she didn't kill somebody, but she stood in the bathroom and cried.
My mom always said I wasn't allowed to cry. It shows a weakness. It shows you're vulnerable. And I don't know, she just, every time I went to cry about something, she would be like, are you crying? I know you're not crying. Why are you crying?
So it was okay. Your mom's gonna be like, I did a damn good job because she didn't beat nobody up.
No. Do you know what my mom told me when I came out here?
Don't cry.
For 6 months, she said, I don't care what happens down the road. Don't let those people see you cry.
But see, that might be your mom just being weak. She doesn't want people to think she's a bad mother, that she raised you right and that you were strong.
But I'll be damned, you will never be seeing me cry in front of Shagun's stupid ass.
All right. Which female finalist would you not sleep with?
Rachel B. Out of everybody. I feel at this point in time, if I were to do that, I don't know if I could handle the responsibility.
Oh, that's so the easy way out.
So James, dude, that's so James.
You can be like, damn, she's ugly. You can't.
No, I think you're great. I think you're very cute. You're very beautiful. But I at this time, I don't know if I'm emotionally ready or you're emotionally ready for someone like me to sleep with you. No, I'm serious.
What is something Mommy and Daddy have not provided for you? P.S. Do not include Hooters, posing for magazines, or modeling in your answer.
There's nothing that they haven't done for me.
Tell us about a time you've been emotionally broken.
It don't have nothing to do with dancing. It has nothing to do with guys. It has to do with my family. And my most emotional spot is my relationship with my dad. You know, my mom hates my dad, and I feel neglected by my father.
I live with, I don't need men. No. It's molded me into what I am now.
How has your life changed since you lost weight?
I want to know this question because I saw that picture today and I couldn't believe it, man.
I couldn't believe how big he was a year ago.
Like when I lost it all at first, I went from like having absolutely no attention from girls to having a lot of attention, you know, from girls.
Pick a person in the group who you think is gay and explain why.
I've never met a gay person before in my life. And so I'm sitting there, I'm looking for the dude that's just gonna be like this and just walking around, you know, like that sort of thing. And I seriously, like, I couldn't find him. I go to my room, all right? This dude's wearing gloves. Gloves, lotion, gloves. I'm not trying to rag on you, you know. I just think you got a little bit of something with your masculinity, you know. He's the one that has potential. That's who I think. No offense, buddy.
People have come up to me and been like, dude, people have been giving you a lot of grief, and the way you've been handling it is really cool. So come on, level with me. You're gay, right? Like, no.
With my personality, the way I am, either people really like me or they cannot stand me. There's no like, Katie's okay. It's either I can't stand Katie or Katie's really cool, I like her a lot. I'm very opinionated.
You don't seem like you have, I'm not trying to be mean, but you don't seem like you have a strong personality.
Oh, see. Yeah.
You must be
like,
doing that on purpose.
When I got when I got in the van and all that, and I was talking to him, I went up to Blair. I don't know if you guys remember who he is, but I was like, you're gay, aren't you? And he's like, what? And I'm like, you're gay. And he's like, no. And I was like, well, I thought you were gay when I first met you.
Why did you think he was gay?
Just because he's kind of got, you know, a superficial look, and even though that's, you know, bad, whatever, he has that look to me that was like...
Everybody somehow boils down to a stereotype that
I don't
usually
know. I'm very spontaneous with the words that come out of my mouth. I just say...
You don't regret some of the things you say?
Oh, of course I do. Yeah, I do regret a lot of things I say, but I don't think before I talk, so I'm like, blah.
Do you consider that a flaw?
Of course. Yeah, that is
And are you actively trying to change that?
Not currently, no.
Wait, yes, tell the story. Tell the story. Wait. Miss Little Virgin decides to get a little sexy.
I look at Rachel B and I'm just like, that girl is so cute. Like, I just want to take her, pack her up and take her home. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like that sort of girl. She's like so cute.
I had my final interview yesterday.
I heard this rumor that you'd never actually seen a penis.
Okay, I have to explain this now. No, don't make me draw. Oh, no. She's all joking around and she's like, okay, I want you to draw a penis. I want you to tell me what you think it looks like and I want you to draw one. I drew it. You don't need to see it. And I won't show them. I won't show them what it is. And I ball it up into a little ball, okay? And I've got it in my hand. And
you ate it, didn't you?
Yes. And I take it out of my mouth or something, and they're still going for it.
Right.
And so I threaten. This is so bad. Do you want me to swallow it? 'Cause I will. Oh, no. Ow! Okay. No, I get that. And I turned bright red, and I did not realize, and then I understood, and I was so embarrassed.
What are you doing in here, Rachel?
They're being mean to me. If people think that it's funny to make fun of me, I'll take it in good humor. It's funny to me, too. I have to laugh at myself.
You know, like, a lot of my friends get food stamps. Like, they're in college. They need food stamps. Like, so, like, you work 20 hours a week and get food stamps. And, like, I live in low-income housing. I live in the hood. I live in the ghetto. And my apartment costs $20 a month.
She lives in a very poor, hard neighborhood, alone, female, in, you know, a straight ghetto is not cool.
Like, I wake up every morning at 6 o'clock when the ghetto rooster starts. I mean, every morning it's like, hoo-da-hoo. It's like letting the crack customers in the morning know that he's officially open for business. It's like when you talk to somebody who's been in it or needed affirmative action or needed, you know, welfare or whatever to go get by, to see their perspective, it kind of changes your opinion.
I do really like Nicole. Like, she's a hella cool person, and I feel like I should, you know, I want to get to know her more.
I lived in a trailer park for most of my life, and I've seen like both sides of it from a white person's point of view. But it just kind of gets me kind of sick whenever I see people like somebody like me trying to change your view on affirmative action and government housing to my view. And I don't know, because I never lived there. You know, maybe you can help me understand that a little bit more. You know,
there's some really great people here. You know, and I definitely do not envy the people that have to pick who are going to make it on these shows, because everybody here is special and unique in their own way.
I'm straight. I'm straight.
But you know what? These days, anybody can be gay.
I don't understand, like, what gay people see in, like, guys. Because I find women so, like perfect. Like, their skin is so much softer. And
you know what? It's not even for you to understand. Why do you care why somebody wants to sleep with a dude? Why do you care? Is it all the other people talking in your ear, whispering in your ear, saying gay's wrong, gay's wrong, gay's wrong? You think that?
I think that's, like, one of the reasons why, I never, like, dated, like, a black woman. Is because, like, there's not that many, and
there's not that many there, or not many that are
not that many that are there, you know. And, like, I've never been around, like, that sort of thing. I've never been around where it's accepted, you know.
And where you are, black people don't like you just as much as you don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to maintain that racism.
Yeah.
Because it's double. Poor little Mike, he's got this warped sense of, like, minorities. It's very sad, because he's a good person. I think he has a good heart, and I think he really wants to do something.
Like, now that I've been through all this stuff, like, I want to move around and, like, see other places. I know, I'm just, like, looking around, just like, yeah, I need to go, like, somewhere where I can just learn more about that sort of thing, you know?
there is an entirely different world out there. There is a world where gays are accepted, whites and blacks can walk down the street and people don't go, look at that, you know? And I want to see that.
I would hate to see you go your whole life and never kiss a black woman. I'd hate to see you go your whole life and never genuinely shake hands with a homosexual.
I'll back you up completely. If anybody steps to you, I got your back completely.
Actually, I would want that.
And that's cool and everything, but you have to always remember that there's some people out there that are really, really close-minded. And no matter what you say to them, they're not gonna understand or even try in the least bit.
Then I won't waste my time with it. Being gay is a big part of me, but it's not. It's like it is a part of me, and I'm not gonna say that it doesn't affect my life. It does, like anything else that affects your life. Like softball was a part of me, or like to somebody music is a part of them. It affects your life, but you don't let it run your life.
What made you come to this point where you're now so able to let go of what they think and the strictures that they put on you?
And my family?
Yeah,
Because
your mom and your dad particularly.
I'm 23 years old and I graduated college. How long am I gonna have to worry about what my parents think? I'm not gonna be like a 40-year-old person worrying, oh, I can't do this because my mom. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it now. This is the time where this is my life. I'm no longer in school. I have nothing to hold me back but myself. And this is holding me back by not telling my parents.
Am I still the one you wanted me to be?
This is the time to do it. This is definitely the time to do it. You're out of college. I just feel like I'm at a turning point in my life, and I want to do it right. Do it right.
Oh, God.
We'll be alright.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll be alright.
Girl,
don't say it, Just we'll wait till it happens. Wait till show and tell. I got a whole story there.
Look at that! Let's get my sister down! Look, no scars. No scars.
Oh.
I am pissed. I am pissed.
Okay, so we have the list of the 13 cast members.
Oh, boy.
This is who we've got on our show and tell list for today. Jen, Sophia, Nicole, Bart, Rachel, and Malik.
I'm Rachel, and I'm from Mississippi, as y'all could probably tell by the beautiful accent.
I like Rachel D.
She talks more than any person here.
Yeah. But, you know, she's a natural-born organizer, so she's someone you can count on. You know, if there's a dull moment, she'll fill it with some kind of a game or something going on.
I brought my Excite Me tag, because this was on the first car that I ever bought that was actually a cool car, that wasn't one that I was afraid, you know, to like drive up somewhere and show people I was in it. And at this time, I was just so all about Rachel, and there wasn't anything else better than Rachel. But I had a really bad accident happen at this time, and it totally messed up my face. I didn't leave my house for 5 months because, you know, I went from being, I thought being Miss Beautiful Miss Thing to being one of the ugly girls. I guess this was a time in my life that I realized, you know, that beauty is only skin deep, and it can be gone tomorrow. So if you're cute, hey, that's great, but it's all about what you portray and what you are that makes you who you are. And that's what it is.
Music is my life, you know, and so I figured I could make something that embodied me, and so I titled it A Piece of Malik, you know. There's a mixed CD right there. The first song on it, the title track, is this song called I Never Knew. I just figured I'd read you a little bit of it because I think in a lot of ways it identifies the things that we've all talked about going through right now and will go through in the future. Starts, I never really knew life could be so hard. I never really knew pain till I got scarred. I never really knew people could be so cold. I never knew wrong till I was 10 years old. I never knew that I had so much to lose, and I never knew that I had so many to choose. And I never knew that an ego was so easily bruised. And I never knew the game until I studied the rules.
Talk about one thing that represents me and one thing that means a lot to me. The thing that represents me is my journal, because it's like you can't tell a book from its cover. Like if I leave here and I leave you guys with some messages, it's besides being fat is not wrong and ghetto's not negative, is don't judge a book by its cover because you never know what's in it. So I think that's really important to take the time to look inside and go deep.
I brought my pink feather boa. It's one of many boas that I have in my boa collection. This boa kind of describes how I used to be. I was arrogant and ignorant, and the real world asked me what my worst fault was, and my worst fault was that I was too cocky all of the time.
I didn't know what to bring, so I brought this. This is a dog I've had with me my whole life. My mom gave it to me when I was born. His name's Nipper.
All right, you gotta bear with me. I'm a little nervous, so if my voice gets all query and stuff, it's not because I'm trying to be Macy Gray. It's just because I'm nervous. First, I have my photo album. Inside are pictures of my family and my friends and me growing up. And as I look back through them, it reminds me of all the things, the experiences that I've been through that got me to the point to who I am right now. It just makes me proud because I'm a lot stronger person today. So strong enough that it allows me to do something like talk to you people about my necklace, which is the rainbow, which represents the gay and lesbian people. And I know through this whole thing, people were like, who's the gay person, who's the gay person? Here I am. I didn't bring it out at first because I didn't know where you guys were coming from, and I just wanted to let y'all know who I was first before I came out with it. So if you make a judgment, it'd be because you hate me, not because of this, or you like me because of me, not because of this. And the things that I heard being said, and I heard almost everything, I know a lot of you don't know enough, and if you knew enough, you wouldn't be saying it. So I'm not mad at y'all, so I'm an open book, and if you want to know, just come and ask me, and I will tell you. All right? Thank you. I feel more myself. I feel more outgoing and everything because I just feel I can be completely myself now that that part of my life is out. It's a really good feeling when you just expose yourself like that and people are just embracing you. And it's wonderful.
You okay with everything?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was a little worried about Kevin and Jason, and they were just like all cool.
Definitely glad that you did it like that because like if I would have came into this like knowing who was gay, and like I wouldn't have I could have missed like knowing Sophia, and I think that's a bad thing. I'm definitely glad she opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Now that I know like how cool you are, then I would be like so open-minded now.
And I actually did an impact on somebody's life for once. Isn't that awesome? I want to give you a big hug now. I'm like all sad and mushy now.
That's awesome, really.
I told Malik, you bonded so much, and I feel like I'm so part of you. I'm gonna look just like you. So I picked out my hair to be his twin. You can call me Malika now.
I think relationships are very scary at people at our age because once you get past like, you know, the 20s and stuff, you kind of think the next level is marriage, and so people shy up and get kind of like, well, I don't really want to commit. While I'm interviewing, you do kind of feel like, you know, you are a little bit nervous. You're put on, you're asked, you know, so many questions.
When you're feeling lost for a girl, do you deal with it differently than other guys, you think?
I think it's in your eyes. You can look at somebody and tell them that you love them, you like them, you hate them, you respect them, you don't even acknowledge them.
Do we know his romantic
trust
side at
and
all?
faith in somebody? You know, do you let yourself go often? What criteria?
Sort of. I mean, he's capable of crushes.
I've never had a long-term relationship. I'm like, I want to fall in love. Oh no, yes.
That's my niece right there.
Your nieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love kids. God, I love kids so much. Me and Nicole, looking through all her pictures, we got to know each other a little bit more.
That's prom, baby. Anyway, I designed that, honey. You know, I hated my school, but I just wanted to show them that I designed my dress and I was fly, and I like left.
Man, I look hella good too. That was your date. Whew.
So
that was your date. The way we've connected so far, I feel like we could really get close. We're both really shy people.
When I was 8, I jumped into an inner tube and was literally stuck upside down with my head in the water. And I was like legally code blue dead. I don't swim.
I'm sorry, Cole.
Coral was like super dramatic, and she's got a lot of attitude.
Ooh, that's good.
I am pissed. I am pissed. I don't play that water. It's not funny to me. He doesn't know me like that. He's at the window trying to be cute.
Can you open the door, please?
No.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Apologies are so overrated anyway. Grin and bear it.
You don't exist right now.
I said I was sorry.
You'll pay. Just swim. Enjoy your time in the pool.
I feel bad for Dustin because he does one little thing and, you know, he got bitched out about it. I'm going to give him my swimsuit top.
Here you go. You said you'd wear it?
My mother's so going to kill me for that.
Wait a minute. I just want to show everybody that my boobs are real. Look, no scars. No scars. For real.
Hello, hello, hello.
What's up?
We're gonna go on to Truth or Dare.
I'm ready for it. And you know what? I'm ready for the question, which girl do you think is pretty? Which girl would you sleep with? I am so ready for that question because I know it's gonna come.
The first person up is Rachel D.
I'm so worried.
Rachel D.
Yes.
You come off as slutty and easy. But yet you claim.
That was a little evil.
But
That was
yet
just a
you
little
claim
evil.
to be deeply religious. How does your promiscuity contradict what the Bible says, and how do you think God feels about your behavior?
My God, people! That was kind of mean. First of all, I'm not slutty or whory, and anybody that really knows me will tell you I'm all tall.
Does Rachel have to eat some Darios?
Okay, let me take my dare like a big girl.
Tell everyone in the group your first impression of them. Please be honest.
Okay, here I go. Justin, first time I saw you, I saw the big brown eyes, and I was like, hot. Okay, Blair, big tall guy, thought maybe he was a gay one, wasn't quite sure. Lori, I thought she was so pretty. I said, she's gonna be a bitch, and she turned out being so cool, and I was very excited about that. Jacqueline, I thought you were gonna be a bitch too. Sorry. Women just intimidate out of me. Anyway, Sagoon, I was like, okay, you're gonna be the militant black man. And you were, so I was kind of happy. Not. Thank you.
Malik, tell us your fantasy about a potential cast member. Be specific and in-depth so we can remember.
But the more and more I get to know Nicole, just the more and more I'm just attracted to her, and like I just picture me like moving to the dirty South and like moving in with her.
Me and Malik are getting married when the show's over. He knows what's up. We're moving to Atlanta. We're gonna like live in a shack in the hood and stuff. And I'm gonna cook him fried chicken in the morning. Malik, come and give some love.
That helped. That helped.
Miss Sophia.
I'm ready.
If you could have a sexual experience with any girl here, who would it be, and
How
what
did I
would
know
you
this
do?
was gonna happen?
You gonna spend the night in my room?
I just feel offended by watching guys dress up as girls and thinking it's funny. I just don't find that funny at all.
If you could have a sexual experience with any girl here, who would it be, and
How
what
did I
would
know
you
this
do?
was gonna happen? Can I have a second to think? Do you mind?
Yeah, you take your time.
I would pick Estella because I always like Puerto Rican and Spanish people. Thank you. Thank you. Because I feel wild and crazy tonight. I will take a dare, though.
Ask someone to choose someone for you to kiss.
Carl.
She knows that I'm looking out for her. I'm not gonna pair her up just to see something funny. You know, I'm gonna give her what she wants.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with your girl, Estella said.
Make it cute, make it cute, make it cute.
I'm a little surprised at Estella. It's just weird seeing two girls do that.
I didn't know Estella was gonna be so all into it. I thought maybe she was gonna try and give her a peck, but that wasn't no peck.
You want to go now or no?
The whole Isela and Sophia thing, that's so unappealing and so unattractive to me. Things changed a little bit.
You gonna spend the night in my room? I think that's a private conversation that I'll be leaving at this point. Isela, it was cool talking to you. Dog? Okay, cool. I will talk to both of y'all later.
Seriously, let me explain to you, because you're on the wrong path. She asked me, you know, if she could kiss me, behind, like, without the camera being in the way, and I said no. And she said it was like, she was like, it's okay if you say no, and I was like, I'm gonna say no. She's really having a hard time with, like, being this alone, you know?
I'm not coming at you like as in, oh, Angel, jealous.
Oh, no.
It's not like that.
I think it's more like you're scared over there. Don't be scared.
No, I'm not. I'm just like that.
I really hope that this isn't something that you're gonna be like, Isela's like bisexual and I'm scared of her now. Or,
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of anybody.
Or I don't want you to be disgusted with me. Angel was real upset. That's really crazy. That is really, really crazy. I don't see like a future thing there, okay?
I need some help.
Rachel has organized a drag queen show for all the men, and the women are supposed to be making them up.
What are we gonna do here? How are we gonna figure that out? Okay.
Look, we gotta find a wrap or something.
That's gonna be hilarious.
This is perfect. Take it off, take it off, take it off.
I need to like tape it back or something. Looks like I have camel toe.
Think Buddhist, dude. Think Buddhist.
We should do ringlets or something.
He's gonna look like Whitney Houston.
It makes me feel better. I got my bikini line waxed right before I got here.
No, there you go. That's what I want to see.
I've created this whole beauty pageant thing for guys, and this is gonna be something just fun for everybody to do. And maybe I like it too because like all of a sudden I'm in control and I feel like I have a purpose.
We're gonna turn this thing into one big orgy.
It's for the ladies in the house tonight.
We're gonna start with the questions first so y'all can get to know our candidates. First question is to Chantal. We would like you to give us an artistic expression of a falling leaf, Chantal. Could you do that for us, please? If you could be any piece of exercise equipment, what would you be?
I can push a lot of weight, so I was thinking a bench press machine.
Slut, slut.
You don't see too much of that stuff in North Dakota. I just don't condone that kind of behavior.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
I would end world hunger.
Three finalists are Malik, Clint, and Steve.
Here's your tampon bouquet for your moment of femininehood.
Malik and Clint for second runner-up. That means Steve, you're our new champion.
I just want to say that I'm really happy and very proud of my accomplishment. I worked really hard to get that far. I hope with my victory that I was able to show that you don't need implants, you don't need plastic surgery, you don't need any kind of alterations to your body, you know, to be appreciated, and that we are all beautiful.
I can't believe it.
Everybody thought it was funny, dude. So I'm like,
I can see like people seeing this, you know, as like some kind of Will and Grace, you know, where it's like it's cool to be gay. It's like we're supporting that kind of behavior.
I'm supporting having a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm supporting.
I'm all about having fun the entire time. I'm all about making people laugh.
I just feel offended by watching guys dress up as girls and thinking it's funny. You know, I just don't find that funny at all.
You feeling like that is like some people's opinions about racism. Some people would puke if they saw a white guy and a black girl together. You know what? That's just like, I'm not going to say it's ignorance. That's just like you having to break through another comfort barrier.
I know gay guys, yeah. They don't dress like that. Imagine endorsing a product, and this would be a product. This is a product, I'm not endorsing you, and I'm telling you why. And that's all that's to it.
You are the biggest hypocrite I've ever met, and you must go kiss my ass. Give me a kiss my baby ass. Give me my mother baby ass. Okay.
You're the one that said his first time being on a plane?
Second. My dad and my brother, they're just, you know, so stereotypical of everything else. They've never hardly been outside of Mississippi, so they don't know any like other cultures or anything, like how other people live.
Where'd you go the first time?
Puerto Rico.
I definitely plan to open myself up. I'm definitely not against incorporating new people into my life.
I'm sorry, where are you from?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. My mom's Mississippi.
I've been there.
Really?
It's a backwards place, though. People are so, I don't know, different. In San Francisco, people are really down to earth. People are really, there aren't a lot of standards. There aren't a lot of, you know, don't do this, don't do that.
Moral-wise in Mississippi, it's kind of weird. Say I do hook up with like a black girl or something like that. My friends might not, you know, they might kind of look down on me and stuff like that, but I don't want them as my friends if they're not going to be as open-minded as I am.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I look like a doctor.
No. Why do you have to think? You looking for a relationship or no?
That happens, it happens.
I like the things you're saying. I like the way you're playing. I am not alone.
What's up, everyone?
Okay, my name is Lori from New Jersey, 21. This is my security blanket. And it's like the actual blanket, like I came home from the hospital, it was in my crib. I actually love it, like a person in my life. And what it symbolizes is bigger for me. Like my parents right now are in the process of going through a divorce, like as in it should be ending this month, hopefully.
My mom pretty much called me into the room and she sat down and started crying and she told us, like, your father and I aren't happy. We've never been happy, ever.
This year is the first year that we're not spending holidays together at all. And then I have to sort of choose which parent I want to be with for Christmas. And like I feel bad because my dad's alone and my sisters, my mom and us are together in Boston. So I feel very torn. And people ask like where my home is and I'm not sure because, you know, home is where your heart is and my heart's torn. This blanket holds home for me. And that's my blanket. That's it.
This is my Afro wig.
This one is a picture I drew when I was 4, and it's Jem.
The picture that I brought is a picture of my family on graduation day.
I think that I had a lot in common with a bottle of liquor because it kind of goes along with like everybody. Like it can mix well with different crowds. And you know, the party really don't start until it gets there and stuff. So that's my bottle.
My deal is, it's not alcohol, although I wish I had some right now. This is a cross, and this is something my mom gave me probably at the roughest time of my life. And that was when I was a senior in high school, and I found out I had cancer. And it's something that's changed my perspective for the rest of my life. When stuff was going good, I never thought about anything. I was just happy and typical cocky 18-year-old kid. And when I found out I had cancer, everything changed, you know, for the good, actually. I wouldn't take that back for the rest of my life. You go through all the chemo, you know, you hope that you go through it for a reason. It was such an emotional battle that it changed me.
I have to hold back tears because I started thinking about my mom and my family and everything they went through.
You guys may notice that whenever once I got here, my hands were always kind of in my pockets, and not for that reason. But I was always rubbing something, and I rubbed this, and every time I rub this, and I just rub with my thumb, it just puts me at ease. I'm just happy to be alive right now, honestly, that's the truth. And my life is great, so.
After the cancer, you go through a deal
right afterwards, it's the biggest high in the world. It's a natural high after you beat it, because you beat life. And everything is great. You wake up, you have a flat tire. Doesn't matter, I'm living, I'm breathing, I don't care. But then, after about 4 or 5 months, you end up to where little things start to bother you again. And you wake up and you're having hot water. And instead of the couple months before, you're like, I don't care, I don't need a shower, I'm just alive. You end up saying, damn, that sucks, you know?
You mentioned that, like a relapse kind of into
you
like
forget
your
about
way
it, and I
of
realized, and you forget about your perspective. I've gotten back to, I've really tried to get into Christ, and I've been going to Bible study, and I used to try to play girls, and I've gotten out of that too. Like, I'm really growing up, and you can see you're growing up, that's a cool feeling.
Who's next after Jackie?
My girl Trees.
If you had disposable income, or if you had like enough money.
If you could get any plastic surgery done.
Yeah, don't listen to me,
like
right? Keep on what you're saying.
No, I'm just trying to help. You want to study me, and I'm trying to help you right now. No, don't trip.
That was sweet.
Okay, you stop.
Adam.
Not you right now. Not you right now.
I think Ellen has a sour nature to her. I don't want that kind of negativity around me.
I'm interested in what type of...
cornrows are real too tight, sweetheart.
You talk about the cornrows being ignorant, and I don't make no sense.
Don't be ignorant, all right? Don't put me in this. I don't need it. I'm not ignorant. Let it go. Let it go.
Hey, look.
Because don't do this. Don't do this. You don't want this. You don't want this. You don't want this, okay?
Dude, I came here knowing people would vent their hostility at me, but to really see them act it out, it's just like, wow, this is what I put myself into.
Do you want to talk about what happened today, or do you not?
Sit down, girlfriend, okay? Oh, I'm so wound up right now, like, oh my gosh, that was not the time, nor the place. If you want a time or place, step off, okay? Get out. Dude, I'm in my room for a reason.
Don't talk to me like that.
I'm asking you, please leave my room.
She obviously felt that I was calling her ignorant, which wasn't the case. So I went to the room and I said, you know, if you want to talk about this like two women, we can do that.
Just chill out, girl. It's not that serious. You're taking it too seriously. Obviously, emotions are getting, like, revved up and stuff like that, but, like, don't come in my room and tell me you're not going to leave. Like, you're just waiting for a confrontation. That's what that girl wants. Confrontation.
When I said ignorant,
dude, you know what?
You made a comment about hair, and I said that was an ignorant comment. That's as far as it went.
Dude, all comments out of your mouth have been nothing besides.
It had nothing to do with any feelings you have about what happened to you in your past.
Sweetheart, I don't want to have this conversation with you right now. And I'm asking you very nicely to cameras. You are just about the most ridiculous person. You are the biggest hypocrite I've ever met. And you can just go kiss my ass.
Give me
kiss my baby ass. Give me my mother baby ass, okay?
You're on film, dude. You should be
I don't even care.
Put some clothes on. Put some clothes on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? You know what, sweetheart? I like
Come on, out here, come on. Here's everybody, out here.
You know what? I like what... Oh my God!
You don't point at a door and tell Coral to do anything. Anything. You don't point and say, get out. No, I don't respond to that. That's dog barking to me, and I don't speak dog.
If you were to cheat on your boyfriend with a potential cast member, who would it be and why?
That's easy. Y'all know this one. It's Kevin.
Pick a finalist, ask them a question, and then share your insight about them.
All right, this is my question. Coral, what do you think about me?
I think that you are a very insightful person. I think that you have a lot of heart and you're very intelligent. I think that you take your time before you judge people. I think you're a sweetheart. Great guy. That's why we love you, baby.
I really agree with that a lot.
It's all right.
Jason, I think you like me, but that'll be a short-lived crush because you will get the wall. Even though you're a sweetheart, you couldn't handle this.
What dirty thoughts have you had about a cast member that made you want to put your hand in your pocket? P.S.
name names.
Lori was talking to me about experience she had. I guess like I thought about that in my head and I started picturing it. When she was giving it to me, like I noticed giving it to me orally. I mean through words. I was rubbing my cross the whole time.
If you were to cheat on your boyfriend with a potential cast member, who would it be and why?
Lori's a cool girl. She is really cute. She's nice on the eyes.
I think she's incredibly beautiful.
That's easy. Y'all know this one. It's Kevin. I'm not hiding about that one at all. He was just so down to earth and mad cool. And then, dude, he's also really hot. And he has this sort of like, he gives this look. He always is like this. Every once in a while, I was like. So that's why he makes me all sort of tingly sometimes.
We're not there. I do dig Lori. If Lori and I got on the show, something would happen, obviously.
I currently have a boyfriend. He's been really supportive, like beyond supportive than I thought he was gonna be. But every once in a while, I have these doubts. Like our sense of humor is just different, and our futures are different, and we're not gonna raise the children in the same way. And all those things add up to one day we're not gonna be together.
What's you gonna do when he sees this casting special and sees everything?
He's gonna be mad, pissed, and he's gonna be real upset. He goes by the rule book, and I knew that would be a problem from the start. I was like, he's not gonna really get me and how I work, and he's gonna have a problem with it. So he is emotionally immature. He's focused so hard in his academic life and so hard in succeeding at that kind of stuff that he hasn't taken any time to like deal with his heart.
I have such a problem with commitment. It's ridiculous.
So have you been faithful like to any of your girlfriends?
I've never cheated once.
What are you talking about? Okay.
I've never cheated. It's not about commitment. I mean, it's not about cheating with commitment. It's about just commitment in general. Because
We're getting into it. So once you get into it, you're in. And
once I get into it,
you
I'm
won't
in,
get into it.
and I'm in 100%.
I got a big bright idea that I wanted to learn how to swim.
Just close your eyes and just be like do the windmill with your hands.
Windmill?
The windmill. No, don't be so scared. It's really, really important to me that people can like really feel safe around me. Girl, I got you.
Okay, I know you're not gonna let me drown. Nobody's here. Okay.
Lay down on your stomach.
You think I'd leave your side, baby?
You ready? You don't have to put your face in the water. You don't want to.
You know me.
Always. I got you. Hey, hold on.
Okay, let me see you swim.
What good is that gonna do?
Because I can see and I can watch the technique.
My technique? Okay, put your face in the water.
Okay. Hell no.
Hell no.
No way.
Why not?
Jason is a good teacher. He's so sweet and so nice. And he really, I think he was really concerned about my fear. I think I could swim underwater.
When you're on the outside, baby, you can't get in. I will show you you're so much better than you know.
Okay.
Look how far you went underwater.
Jason, you're so cute. I know you've just fallen into the arms of a beautiful, beautiful woman. Me.
Oh, when you're home, I'll be there. Hold you tight to me.
Nothing happened at all. Nothing even close to anything happening ever happened.
It's unfair. It's not fair.
That's all I have to say about that.
You ready for it today?
I'm scared, man.
Well, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
I can't believe it. It's almost over, isn't it?
I don't really think I'm gonna make it at this point.
This is my 4th time trying for the show.
Go.
I didn't make it.
You're gonna make it, dude. You're so in.
I didn't make it past the first round.
You're in now, man.
But like, see what
They have no choice but to put you on a show. You're bugging them to death.
The big wigs come in to make their choices for the next cut to be casted in Road Rules and Real World. And they come walking up and everybody's all quiet. And it's just kind of like, it was like an eerie silence. It's like a Western, like it was just like, it was high noon.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are in there making your decisions, and everyone outside is freaking out.
We have 27 people, and we need to choose 13.
So let's talk about who we're going to take off the board.
One more time.
Tonight is the last night that we're all gonna be together. It's kind of like a celebration of the whole week. We're having a party at Muriel's, and everybody's getting dressed up.
One more time.
And lost my shoes.
Looking forward to tonight, formal. Not sure how it's going to go down. I know that it's going to be hopefully a relaxed environment because the decision making's going on then. And
Did I get a new pimple?
I'm looking forward to this evening. I love to dance, and I think that music brings people together.
One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, all right. Don't stop the dancing. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, all right. Don't stop the dancing.
I think a lot of like people's walls are down, their little masks are off, their hair is down, they're just partying.
Guys, one more day. So we got home. That's okay. I'm gonna get my drink on.
No one has any idea the emotions that are being felt right now, you know? Everybody's sitting there going, it's the last day, like tonight's our last night, you know? Honestly, anything, I've talked to everybody, it's always like, so what's your feelings about making it? There are people that honestly taking this, like, it's their life, and if I don't make it, I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm so sorry to hear that about them.
You ready for it today?
I'm scared, man.
You?
Always stick to the end.
Or just begin.
Or just begin.
I'll be scared for you.
I'll be scared for you.
Thank you.
God, I really want to be on this freaking show. God, I really want this. I really, really want this.
It's time to go face the fire.
I honestly wish you like the best of luck.
No.
They put you on Road Rules, dog, because I see you on there. I see you on there climbing up the mountains. You know what? We need to get up here.
No, I feel the same way about you, like, seriously.
No, dog, I'm boring. It's cool. I'm so, like, shallow, but yet deep at the same time. I'm like a pool, but I just stay my ass in the jacuzzi the whole time.
The 4 words that I really do not need to hear for the rest of my life is shallow, or deep, real or fake.
If I couldn't make it onto the show for the real world, then how would I make it in the real world?
You're here. You're this far.
Yeah, but it's kind of like that's like when people say you got potential. Yeah, you've come this far, but you still haven't done anything yet. If I don't make it, it means that I wasn't special enough.
First off, we just want to say thank you guys for making this week, like, really, really awesome.
And here to announce the Lucky Livestock are Mary Ellis Bunham, John Murray, and the entire casting department.
this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, we know it's been very stressful because there are 27 of you, and today 13 will be chosen to be on the 10th anniversary seasons of The Real World and Road Rules. You're a very special group of people, and we've loved getting to know you this week.
You say that to all the cast.
We're not going to tell you which show you've been chosen for. You'll just know that you're going to New York, and when you get there, you'll either walk into the Real World Loft or you'll hop on the Road Rules Winnie. The first person to join one of the two casts is Hisela.
$10, man.
Number 2 on our list is Malik.
Our next cast member, Kevin.
We're all in a fraternity now. No one will know what we've been through.
Our 4th cast member is Sophia.
Without this girl, I would have never gotten here because she saw something in me that nobody else did. I could have never made it if she didn't pick me out of all those hundreds.
Adam.
You want to say anything, Adam?
Yeah, thank you.
Rachel Bean.
You're too innocent to be on the show.
The next person is Coral.
I've had some, problems with some of y'all. Some of y'all had got on my nerves, but I'm glad I met you. And honestly speaking, I'm glad to be me right now.
Our next cast member is Mike.
Why me? I feel like I'm dumb. I feel stupid.
Blair.
I knew
This is what wearing a thong gets you. I'm on a Victoria's Secret.
Well, we have 4 more spots. Our next cast member is Lori.
Our next cast member is Ellen.
I've learned from all of you, and I really want you to know that I'm sorry if I made any of you guys mad.
Number 12 is Steve.
We have one more cast member. It's Nicole.
Hoorah.
Yeah!
Can't believe me.
We want to congratulate our new cast. And we want to thank each and every one of you. We love getting to know you. Go for it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a blast. Wherever you do, whatever you go. Road Rules, Real World. Have a blast.
This is the first time in my life, and I'm almost 22, that I've said, I'm going to do this, and done it, and followed through. And I'm up here. I know that this hasn't been easy for you, okay?
I know, but just go celebrate. This is your day, and just let me just be for a moment. Okay, congratulations.
I think we can learn a lot from each other.
I'll make an effort, for sure, to try and listen better. You have to promise to do the same.
Got it.
Got it.
We made it, dude.
I'm not afraid to fall. It means I climbed up high. To fall is not to fail. You fail when you don't try.
I think that everybody, like, deserved it that got picked and would have a lot to offer for the show, but if somebody doesn't work out, I'm here.
If I get up, I might fall back down again. So let's get up, come on. If I get up, I might fall back down again. But we get up anyway. If I get up, I might fall back down again. So let's get up, come on. If I get up, I might fall back down again.
We'll see you in New York.
A lot of people's first impressions thought I was mean and a bitch.
I didn't.
Except for Lori. Lori didn't think that. She's the internet girl. They pick tonight when everybody goes to this, like, formal thing. No.
We're gonna find out tonight.
No, they picked tonight. What? No, it won't be me. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get picked, but I'm not gonna cry. I'm like the one that's like the shallow one that who hasn't cried, who doesn't have like any deep-rooted emotions, and a lot of people have like deep stuff, and I don't have anything.